You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes.
Maury.
Oh, boy.
More.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I come here, I duck and cover.
Maury's here.
Yes, we was having a conversation before the mics opened, and Maury started by saying, what is the relevance between him and Eminem?
Eminem, yeah.
Yes.
Here's the relevance, all right? He's got this big deal called Kill Shot, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me tell you, I own a boat called Kill Shot.
Do you really?
Well, my son, believe it or not, my crazy son, my 23-year-old, who is an overprivileged Manhattan kid.
It's your fault.
Yep.
You and your wife.
And he is a commercial tuna fisherman.
Wow.
Okay.
And one of his boats is named Kill Shot.
How big is the boat?
55 feet. But
Wow.
it's a Spartan boat. There are no frills on it. Mm-hmm. And he goes 100 miles offshore and goes and tries to catch tuna and sell them. It's not a good business.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's a hard-ass business.
How did you get into that?
I have no idea. I mean, and not only that,
didn't
there's
have a taste
no
for it?
reason, and yet he's been doing it for years, and he's never been seasick. And
Really?
I get seasick. As a matter of fact, I just ate on the water. I just ate at a restaurant that was right off the water in Brooklyn,
Right.
near King's
No,
Plaza.
no, tell
and
me.
it felt like I was moving because
Yeah.
the water was moving, and I started getting motion sickness.
Right.
I can't do anything. I have to take Dramamine
I gotta
anytime.
look. You're supposed to look at the horizon. If you look right at the horizon, you won't get sick. I mean, my stomach turns a lot when I go out there, but I don't go out there the way he does. He goes out there for 4 or 5 days at a time, and I got to see land. He goes 100 miles offshore.
So kill shot's a term for a seaman.
Right.
Okay.
Because it's a kill shot.
Semen.
You get that. You hook that. You hook
That's what I
that
call my
tuna. That's a
semen, too.
That's
Kill
a kill
shot.
shot.
Kill shot, especially when my wife gets pregnant. Listen, you said that you called him overprivileged. Your
Well,
son.
I mean, think about
but that's
it.
your fault, Maury. You
Well,
work
when I say overprivileged, I mean, am I to blame because he grew up in a household? You know, we got a little jack. I mean, we got some
rich
money.
people. Yes.
Your guys' kids are overprivileged as well.
Yeah.
I want them to be.
Okay.
That's what we work so hard for.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not mad at
but
it.
you know, he goes to
I still want them to have that little bit.
There you
he
go.
went to one of these private high schools in New York, right? All right.
Yeah.
A commercial tuna fisherman?
gonna
Are
say
you
that,
kidding
but I
me?
didn't want you to judge me,
I
though,
mean,
you know.
all those kids. He has a great disdain for the kids who want to go to Wall Street, and make all that money. He don't want anything. This is a blue collar
Wow.
kid.
How
Sounds
did
like
you
a great
feel when you
guy.
did that? Like, you paid all that money for
I
private
know,
high school,
I know,
college.
I
And he goes,
know.
Dad, I don't want to be a lawyer. I don't
Right,
want to be
exactly.
a Wall Street guy.
He left college. He said, Dad, I
Wow.
can't take this. I'm so disinterested. I want to fish. So he left.
Is it lucrative?
Of course not.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what'll make him go out there and do something more. If you tell him he's not in the will, that's what he's banking
Oh,
on.
no.
He knows better.
Wait a minute.
But
That's
you
what
have
he's banking
to.
on.
I'm
but
hoping
it,
he waits a long time before he can cash in on that.
But it is nice to be able to do what you want to do in life. you
Yes,
know?
he
Some
has a
people don't have
passion
that.
for it. I give him this
And he's really
because
working.
apparently, I mean, I'm not around a lot of kids, but they don't have passions about
Yeah.
anything.
Right. That is true.
You know, they're in there to make the money, just make the money, and they want to make the money because they think they have to make the money to keep up with the next kid, and they don't love it.
And
At
that's
least
so
this
crazy.
kid loves it.
That's good.
And it's so crazy 'cause when you find your passion, usually the money follows.
Right. Well, this time, I'd like to know how that's going to happen.
Maybe he'll buy a couple of boats, then, you know.
Well, that's it. I always said to him, I said, well, maybe it's like this, this franchise business. You can't make it with one. Maybe you got to buy 3 or 4. So don't think that I'm going to buy 3 or 4 more boats on you. You got to make it on the first one.
Or maybe he'll get a TV show.
Well,
What do
you
you
know,
think?
he
You never know.
he used to watch my show when he was a kid. You know, he's in high school and he'd bring his buddies up. He would hide in the back behind the cameras. And I'd say, well, that's my son, Matthew. Matthew wanted to stand up. He ran out of the studio. He don't want anything to do
Wow, he went
with
completely the opposite
recognition.
way.
He just doesn't want to be recognized by anybody.
You said you heard us talking about Cat Williams too. What do you think?
Yeah.
Of that?
Well, this is the thing. You talked about these lies, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Boy, would he be perfect for my show.
I'm surprised you guys
I
haven't
give them
tweeted
lie
him yet.
detectors. Let's find out how he would do on that.
Now, how
Boy, you caught him a lot, didn't you? You really.
Hey man, things are easily
Well,
researchable.
how come he says all that? I mean, he just off the top of his head.
Because nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares about the truth and the lies more entertaining.
I always
in this
said,
era.
I would say, I will never, ever go off the air. If the Washington Post the other day said that the President of the United States has lied over 5,000 times, how long could my show go if I had that guy on?
Now, how accurate is the lie detector test?
98.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a lie? Or
It's
is that true?
not. No. Yeah.
Wow.
But the problem, you can't use. They always say, those guys who fail on the show, they always say, I got to take another one. I got to take another one. I wasn't feeling good. I didn't do this, but it's still not legal in court. That's the hook that everybody.
Why not?
I don't know.
Because it's not 100% accurate, maybe.
Yeah. But
And
the thing,
some people know how to beat a
but
lie detector test.
I know a lot of defense lawyers when they're defending somebody and they really believe that the person is innocent, they say, okay, my guy will take a lie detector test and prove to the authorities that he's telling the truth and he didn't do this.
Right.
I would think that would backfire for somebody who suffers from anxiety real bad.
You think so?
Because isn't it about your sweat and your heartbeat and all kind of stuff?
I think they take all that into consideration.
Yeah.
But look, the way I heard, Trump wants to give all his staff lie detector tests because everybody's leaking.
You think it's almost over for Trump?
I don't know. I don't know.
Paul Manafort flipping.
Yeah.
I saw Michael Moore said he thinks he's going to come back for a second term.
That he'll win a second term.
Yeah, he thinks he'll be back and win a second term.
Wow.
That's scary.
Well, it's I think he'll be absolutely discouraged if the Democrats take over the House in next month in November.
We got to go out there and vote.
Better vote. People better vote. If they don't vote, then it's over. It's over for the country if you don't vote.
Now, season 21.
Yeah, how about that?
That's a long ride.
That's a long ride.
Are you still enjoying
How
it?
long you all been on?
8
About
years.
8.
Yeah, we're right behind
It'll be
you.
8 years this year.
Okay.
You still enjoying it?
I do, because to me, this is the way I look at it, guys. Every story has its unique quality, even though it might be, paternity tests or whatever. But there are some nuggets in each story. And basically, I'm a storyteller. I was a storyteller when I did news. I'm a storyteller now, and I just find what I consider to be something different, and that becomes part of the story.
You're not tired of living in Connecticut?
I don't live there. I live in the city.
Oh, okay. So you commute every day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, got you.
And he goes
And
against
I
the
drive,
flow.
too.
Yeah, you go against the flow.
I
That's
drive.
right.
I
right,
drive.
something
You
gotta
drive
give,
all the way to
Mark.
I
Connecticut
drive.
every day?
Connecticut's
drive.
not that far,
about an hour,
guys.
hour
A
and
lot
a
of
half.
people,
traffic.
No, I only go up there 2-3 days a week.
a lot of
That's all.
people commute from Connecticut to the city. It's not that far.
I didn't want, but fortunately, my commute is different because it's against
the flow.
traffic.
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause
And I
everybody's coming
go
in,
up
you go
early,
down.
like 6:30 in the morning.
I saw you had one of the-
I almost like your hours.
You don't get tired of it?
No. Look, first of all, I only work 28 weeks a year, so
He'll be fine.
I'm
all
hearing
right.
it's the last season, though, Maury. I'm hearing that they already.
Really?
Yeah, I'm hearing they're shooting pilots for other shows.
They
and-
are shooting pilots,
Yeah.
but my show, look, I got at least 2 more years that I know of.
And they're telling the hosts that are shooting the pilots that you're going to be a replacement for Maury or Jerry.
Really?
Yes.
How do you know that, Charlamagne?
Cool.
The people told me.
Oh.
I was
Wow.
like, I wonder if Maury knows.
Hey, look, they've been looking for a replacement for me for the last 15 years. I mean, I've been getting up there. And so, first of all, I hope they do. I hope there's a spinoff, because guess what?
You get that check.
I get a little of that. I saw what Oprah did,
Yes.
She owns Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz,
Right.
Rachel Roy.
No,
Ray.
Not Rachel Roy, Rachel
Ray.
Ray.
Rachel Ray.
Rachel Ray.
Yeah, she's got that stable. I know dummy.
Yeah.
And I know,
True.
And Maury, I know you've seen shows that have come after you that you might feel like kind of copied you.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
First of all, since I started way back, they said that there are 75 shows in the graveyard. I've seen shows that tried to do DNA. I saw shows that tried to do lie detector tests that didn't work. You know what I'm going to mess around with? A fun show. I'd like to do this as a special, see if it works. A fun show for celebrity lie detector tests, but not heavy-duty stuff.
Lord.
No, just what's going on at home, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Who's doing this? Who's doing that?
That'd be cool.
Who would you love to get on?
all those people I can't get on this show.
Ooh, that would be
You
interesting.
get Cardi B on. See whether that boyfriend of hers was messing around on her or not.
Yeah, like you can get all the celebrity headlines,
I tell
like
you,
the
Offset is
outrageous
not
celebrity
doing that.
headlines.
Right.
Like go to a website like Media Takeout that has these
Sure.
outrageous headlines and ask the artist if this is true, if it's not true. That could be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to do
It
that.
would
Write
have to
that
be
down.
very timely though, because things happen so quickly. It would kind of have to happen like right away.
I don't know if a
Like,
celebrity gonna go there about cheating in their relationship. It got to be something
Some,
like
some,
real
some
life.
of them might though.
Like, did you ever
If
see
I'm
a
not
UFO?
cheating, I'm going.
Yeah, but how about the guy who says, I raised the kids? Oh, yeah? Let's find out whether you raised the kids or your wife raised the kids.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that would be cool.
Now, what is Flathead Beacon? That's a weekly newspaper you and your wife opened?
Yeah, in Montana. Here's the thing. Montana is a great state. I have a home there and everything else. But there's not much color in Montana. You know what
That's what I hear.
There's not much color.
Have
but
you guys been to Montana ever?
the only
No.
reason I went was it was the only state I had never been to. So I went up there and we love it. It's beautiful. But it's an interesting state this year because they have, it's kind of it's a red state. It's a conservative state, but they've got pockets of liberal people up there. And so we started this newspaper, and I thought, oh boy, I hope they don't, because they know who I am and things like that, so they'd be against me. But everybody in the state loves the paper because it's even-handed, it's balanced, and we don't have any agenda, and that and that's the best part of owning the paper. Now, as usual, my financial advisor would say, newspapers? You want to get into newspapers? Are you kidding me? You want to get into boats? Are you kidding me? I'm in all the wrong businesses.
Yeah.
Can't make any money with it. I'm just doing a service for the community, and it's a great paper, and everybody in the Flathead Valley in northwest Montana near the great national park of Glacier loves it. So
I
that's
wonder if a newspaper like that can survive, though, because it's like
You know how
it's almost
you-
like you can't do real good
Charlemagne,
news.
you know how you survive?
Yeah.
You be hyper local, which means you do stories that nobody else is doing. You get exact what's going on in that city council.
Got you.
Huh? How are people treating people?
True indeed.
That kind of stuff. What are you doing? What are you doing? And it comes down to crime. Same thing. In the TV business years ago when I was in news, it was always the case. If it bleeds, it leads. That's the way it was. Crime always is what people wanted to watch on TV,
Right.
or else we made them watch that. One of the two. So we have what we call the crime blotter in Montana, and this is the way it is. What dog was howling at what neighbor's house the night before? It's the best thing on.
Because not much crime. Can't be that much crime.
Not much. But that kind of stuff. But people want to read about that.
Yeah.
People want to read about somebody went out and killed a dog. or they killed a bear when they weren't supposed to.
Where do you get them going with a Bigfoot sighting?
Yeah. Oh, that's it.
That's going to turn Montana on its head.
Yeah, exactly.
My goodness.
Now, what about this truth check? I was hoping you were going to bring that up.
Oh.
Because there's some
We got a
questions I
truth
have.
truck.
A truth
We got
truck.
it. Yeah.
What's that?
We have, everybody has food trucks. We have a truth truck. And it's going all over the country. And what's happening is if a couple is there and they stop and they want to say, come here, I want to give you a lie detector test right here on the street.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Anybody got time for that?
You wouldn't want that, would you?
I'm good. I could do it now. 3
Now.
years
Do it
ago,
now.
no way, Jose. Now, easy.
See?
Hook me
Right.
up.
Can they question you about
I'm
things
the
that
same
happened
way. I can
before?
do
We
it.
do that.
Yes.
We do that on the show. We sometimes, when we're doing something about did you cheat, did you not cheat, we have to draw a line in the last 2 years, in the last 4 years,
last 8
in the
years,
last
last 5
3
years.
Boy,
years.
you got to bring that up here next time you come, man.
Bring that
Really?
truth
Yes.
check. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I would
Next
love
time,
to do
It'd
that.
be right outside. I'm telling you, it'll be
We
great.
can do that. That's the easy field shoot we could do.
Field
Sure.
trip, man.
Yeah.
Maury, do you
Absolutely.
suggest when somebody comes in the show, right? Let's say they take a lie detector test.
Right.
It turns out they did cheat,
Right.
or they did try to holler at the sexy decoy.
Right.
Would you recommend that people tell everything? Like if you did cheat and then you guys are going to
Get
work
it
through
all
it,
out.
do you have to tell everything you've ever done?
Get it all out. When it comes to that other person.
Yeah,
Not
like-
previous, but when
No. Like previously, even before that. Forget, like, not just with that other person, but everything. Like, if a relationship is going to start all over, you find out, okay, yes, he did cheat.
Right.
Should he tell the woman everything he's ever done?
No. You mean before her?
Yeah.
Before she came into his life?
No. If he cheated on her, everything that he's ever done.
Oh, absolutely. With her?
That she doesn't even know about.
Oh, absolutely. You know why? The truth works. Here's the great thing about the truth. You don't need a memory.
That's a fact. That's a fact. When you tell a lie, you got to remember everything that you
Well,
said.
Everything that you said, that's right.
You know, you're juggling, you're bouncing. You know, it's ridiculous. So you know that's why the truth works.
So when you got with Mrs. Chung 100 years ago, did you tell her your whole facts?
Well, here's the thing. We dated for 7 years before we got married. Not exclusively. All right?
Got you.
So we were on an even plane. So she, you know, we didn't. Sometimes she would tell me who she was with. Sometimes I would tell her. The difference was that I said, you know, you worked in L.A. You messed around with some stars out there. And she said, yeah, and you messed around with people you don't even know their first name, not even their last name, the first name.
Yikes.
So we were dating different kinds of people.
Got you. So when did y'all finally get on the same page and say, you know, we want to be with each other for the rest of our lives?
I'd say that, you know, it was really what was happening was I had asked her, let's get married, and Connie didn't want to, and then she wanted to get married. I didn't want to. And then finally she called me up and she said, we can get married. I said, why? Why all of a sudden? She says, because I found a dress.
That's important.
And 6 weeks later we were married.
Wow.
So it was, you know, kind of like low key. And that was 34 years ago.
Wow.
Did you guys ever have a
Congratulations,
discussion about her last name, like Connie Chung Povich?
Are you kidding me? You don't understand. This is a Hall of Fame newscaster, all right? And I was, at the time, some local anchorman in Washington, D.C. So when we were commuting when we got married for the first 2 years, so I would come to New York to see my wife, and the doorman downstairs, he would say, who's here? And I said, my name's Maury Povich. I'm Connie Chung's husband. And he would call up and say, Ms. Chung, Mr. Chung is here. I know my place.
You should have changed
That's
your
the way
last
I've been
name.
for 34 years.
Why not hyphenate the names, though?
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, she didn't want anything to
think
do
it
with
was
my
you.
last
Maury
name.
Povich Chung.
Yeah, it would be
sounds good. I
Povich
like
Chung.
that.
That's right.
Now, do you have any
Chung.
relationship with Donald Trump?
Have I?
Yeah.
Donald and I have known each other long. I mean, look, we go back. Look, I did a show called A Current Affair. It was a big-time tabloid news show. This is like in the 80s. This is, you know, he's seeing Marla Maples while he was married to Ivana Trump. He was doing all this stuff. He was on the cover of the New York Post for like 30 straight days. We covered him like crazy. And Donald and I started, you know, a relationship. It wasn't a friendship. It was a casual relationship. He used to watch my show, and if I brought on some little kid who was in trouble one time, for instance, he called up and gave some money and things like that.
He wrote a check.
Yeah,
he wrote a check.
Yeah, he
for
wrote
one
a
of
check. And so we had this kind of, you know, telephone relationship.
What about now?
And I played golf with him, you know, from time to time. I haven't seen him in, maybe 8-9 years. It's okay with me.
Right.
I mean, I quite frankly am shocked that the way he's conducting himself.
Really?
Yeah, the Twitter stuff to me is. I was shocked. Believe it or not, I was shocked during the campaign when he started calling all his competitors all these terrible names. You know, Lion Ted and Little Marco and No Energy Jeb. I just didn't get that. That's not the Donald Trump I knew. That's all I
Do you
can
regret
say.
voting for him?
Who said I voted for him? No way. I didn't vote for him. I barely voted for Hillary.
Now I saw you. Wow. I saw you had Angela on from 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah.
Were you familiar? Are you familiar with that show too?
She said,
No.
no. Interns told her to get her on.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
I always wonder what Maury thinks of conflict television. Like, what do you think of the Love and Hip Hops and the Basketball Wives and the reality shows you see?
You know,
of
it's
people
interesting
fighting?
because, you know, all the housewives shows and things like that. I always believe that we might have started all that.
Yes, you think? You and Jerry, yes.
I think. Don't you think, Charlamagne?
Yes.
I think we might have started
Conflict television.
Yeah.
People want to see the fight. They want to see the drama.
See the
They want to see
altercations,
the
absolutely.
But
relationship stuff.
here's the thing, and Jerry's a different case because Jerry's a friend of mine, but he admits it's wrestling. I think all those reality shows, it's fake. I mean, they are supposed to do certain things. You got to act a certain way.
I don't think they fake.
Well, the reason why reality shows have to be
They
fake,
set up.
Yeah, they have to get a permit to go film somewhere, and then they have people come together that probably wouldn't be hanging out with each other.
Right.
Now, how you react might be real, but you being in a situation that they set up for you and they have cameras there and they
Right.
tell you come to this restaurant,
Right.
that's all.
It's like my son says it even goes into the fishing business. They have this show called Wicked Tuna, and he says a lot of that's fake. First of all, you don't get these prices for these fish the way they say they're getting, and circumstances in terms of conflicts with various fishermen. He says that's all put on. I mean, it's not the real deal. That's not what happens out there.
Wow.
Because if fishermen don't work together, you're not going to get any fish.
I always thought more of them should get you to do the reunions, like you and Jerry. Let y'all host the reunions.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
That would make so much sense. Imagine
I
more
think we got
Love and Hip Hop reunion.
Exactly. Yeah, that would be good.
Because every time I watch the host on those shows, they act like they're so shocked people are fighting. Like you and Jerry would just
Are
be
you
like,
kidding? I mean, hip hop fights, conflict.
Yeah.
Isn't that automatic? Aren't we seeing it all the time?
Well, I mean, they fight at other events too. Tom Arnold and what's the dude name from Celebrity Apprentice? Mark Burnett. They fought.
Mark Burnett.
Yeah.
What was their fight about?
Who knows?
Yeah, but isn't Kanye having fights all the time with people?
No.
I don't know fights.
Yeah.
Arguments.
He's not
arguments.
having a physical altercation.
Not physical altercations.
Yeah, but everybody's worried about how Kanye and Jay-Z react
That's old,
to each
Maury.
other.
They're supposed to be doing a new album together.
They are?
Yeah.
The latest hip hop fight was Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Yeah.
That was a real fight, apparently.
A little skirmish.
One-sided,
A
yeah.
kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle.
Yes.
I like that.
Kerfuffle.
I see the Maury Povich show always reaching out to people like, hey, you guys should come on Maury and resolve this
Oh,
issue.
sure.
Has anybody ever responded to that? Because I see you guys reach
Yeah,
out to
there's been a resounding no. We asked Cardi B to come on about her boyfriend.
Offset. I saw that.
Husband.
Yeah, Offset. No luck.
No reply.
No. I mean, we do it all the time. We ask, but we don't get any. All we do is get play on social media, the way you guys do. How many followers you guys got on social? How many YouTube followers do you all have?
Not that many.
Not that many.
couple
Working
million.
hard.
You're working hard.
Followers? Let me see.
On
On what?
What do you got? How many subscribers you got on
on
YouTube?
YouTube.
YouTube.
We have a plaque right there. if
YouTube,
you see
yeah,
that.
like 2.6 million, 2.7
2.6
million.
million.
Yeah, subscribers, YouTube.
I got 3 million on Facebook, but I can't beat you all on YouTube, but I'm getting there.
Well, you know what?
I'm getting 20,000 a month.
We can start something right now. If you slap Charlamagne right now, it'll definitely go viral. We'll get some more.
And not gonna happen.
All right, now people always
I
hit me
love
up.
it. I'm suing.
Maury, people always hit me
going-
up for advice. So let me ask you this question.
I want
right?
the tuna boat.
Okay.
Someone sent in this question. She's been engaged since December of 2014.
Yes.
She said it's been brought to my attention that these type of rings are called the shut the fluff up ones.
Yeah.
I even saw a meme that said I've been engaged since the thong song came out, and I felt that.
Right.
Keep it real. Is it been time to be gone? I'm 32, and it was a life dream to be married. I already feel too old for all that business now. I put all my feelings and dreams aside and offered to go down to the courthouse, go to Vegas, elope, whatever. I'm still getting shot down
Right.
6 ways to Sunday.
Right. Here it
so
is.
imagine that being
I have
engaged for 4 years.
I have my own timeline on that. Mm-hmm. Less than a year is too little. Over a year is too much. You either get married after a year or get out.
Or at least schedule a date. You should at least be scheduling a date. So you think she should just get out?
Absolutely. 4 years? Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. You can date for 4 years, engage
they've
for
been
4
engaged,
years.
yeah.
Come on.
They've been dating for
And
9.
when you're supposed to be loyal for 4 years, and then you don't get the big payoff, forget about it.
All right. You heard it from Maury.
Well, season 21 premieres September 17th, and
Yes,
we
sir.
appreciate you for joining us as always. And
DJ
one time
Envy,
before
thank
Maury
you.
leaves, can we just do Maury?
Oh, Lord,
He's
so
tired of hearing
this.
that. You're going to rush him into retirement if you keep saying that. He's sick of it.
Oh, my goodness. All
Charlamagne,
right, well,
you're the best. Thanks,
the-
DJ Envy.
it's the Breakfast Club. It's
Angela.
Maury,
Thank you.
Maury. Forget y'all. Breakfast Club, good morning.